having a band or any relationship musically is like having a relationship, and just carrying one in your life is hard enough, let alone with 3 other people, 4 other people, 5 other people. We did something drastic like not having a singer, trying the singer thing, and then it wasn't really working out, so going back to the roots. That can be pretty polarizing for a lot of people. And then you chuck in sort of the fact that individuals are partying and things are changing. It all looks like a lot's going on, but really there's only a couple of key moments where things sort of changed. But the one constant has been that I'm always going to make music with my guitar, and that part isn't going to change. I think that when you change an element, like going from not having a singer to trying to have a singer and seeing how that works and then going back, I would say it's a parallel move. I wouldn't say it's regression, because there's nothing about adding a singer that means that you advanced in any way. You just tried something. And I think that that's a common misconception for listeners of this style of music, is that there's a hierarchy in which acts that have a singer sit somewhere above, and perhaps that exists on paper with numbers and things like that, but who really cares? I think that music is about having a tangible connection with your fans. Who cares about what you did in your first week? One might have a better outcome than the other, perhaps, but I don't think that one holds any more weight or validity than the other. It's just a decision. Predominantly, the entire catalog is just me in Logic with a guitar, Superior Drummer, sketching things out. And then, of course, when it comes to the final product, live instruments all around, of course. But the sketch starts the same way. And, I tend to have seedlings of ideas, and they all have their own inherent emotion or sort of imagery to them. So it's never really deliberate. It's more so that I'll just arrange like a group of these ideas, and I try to cover a spectrum of things. So you will have your sappy tune, and you will have your high energy, fun, upbeat thing, because I like to have a diverse body of work. That's typically how I feel like every album should be. But they sort of determine themselves. It's never really that deliberate on my part. I love to teach, and I love to converse with fans and students and people who love this kind of music. And theory is important, but I would say that it's maybe only 20% of the equation. I feel like intuition is that other 80%. I tend to favor more diatonic progressions and things that sound sweet and inside and easy to digest, because I think that's something I enjoy about the instrumental music that I'm trying to make, or other artists that are sort of related to what I do, is that hopefully anybody can listen to it and it's not that obscure. At the same time, I'm in a place now where I think I've said a lot of that type of stuff, and I'm really excited to break the rules a little bit. And not that I haven't in the past. There's definitely stuff in there that shouldn't be there, or I'll choose a note here or there, or bend a chord, or do some things that are slightly unorthodox. But for the most part, I really want to throw it right up the middle and make a piece of art that everybody can take something away from. I'm not trying to alienate people. Oh, I don't understand that note. It makes me feel weird. I'm not really into it. I can't listen to that. I want everybody to take something away from it. Maybe 5-6 years ago with my previous endeavors, a lot of my family's like, I don't really get what you do. I don't really understand it. And then these days, I think, even though I haven't really changed a lot, I'm still, progressive and can be strange at times, or angular and riffy and high energy and aggressive and in your face. People are taking more away from it. Oh, there's something in there that I like. I really like the groove in this song, or I really like the melody here or something. So I think that now is a wonderful time for instrumental music, because there are a ton of artists, or maybe not a ton, but there's a good handful of artists that are doing it in a way that is more easily presented to individuals that perhaps are not a muso or a musician or somebody like that. There's so much music out there these days as well that I think it's a welcome change. And people are excited by people who make music that doesn't spell everything out for you, and you can take what you want from it. And kids come to shows and they mosh and there's high energy, and it doesn't require somebody telling you how to feel. This is when it hits. This is how. This is tense moment, angry moment. It's not really about that. There's very little ego involved. It's just about bringing the composition to life in an environment that hopefully people can, feel some energy from. The Voice Within record was the closest thing to a fully collaborative sort of environment, in the sense that I left a lot of it open-ended. I sort of left some space for Mike to do his thing, so that was obviously a lot more collaborative. And then some of the overall song structure and arrangement with particular tunes, Lucas and Anoop definitely were in there and helping mold those. A tune like Atlas Hour, for example, was something that Lucas had brought to the table. We fleshed out together, and Anoop actually composed the end of the song. But apart from a couple of those tunes, everything else was, starts with a sketch on my laptop. I already have the entire thing completely finished.